Hey there, do you have a task that you know you should be doing and you've been putting it off? I'm guessing that you probably do, like me. So let's talk procrastination, shall we? In this video, we're going to look at why you procrastinate and then how to overcome procrastination. But first, here are some things that people procrastinate about the most. Studying, making decisions, confronting people. Let me know which one of these is you in the comments. Organizing and tidying things, exercising, working, answering emails, changing eating habits, house cleaning, apologizing, doing laundry, decluttering, and taking out the garbage. So let me know which one of those hits home with you. Let's just talk about dopamine for a minute. So what does dopamine have to do with getting things done? Apparently a lot. Dopamine is the motivation hormone. So it's a good hormone, it's a happy hormone, but it's the one that helps us to move and take action towards goals, desires, and needs, and it gives us a surge of reinforcing pleasure when we achieve them. So procrastination, self-doubt, and lack of enthusiasm are linked with low levels of dopamine. Dopamine is associated with pleasure, but new findings are showing that it's more connected with motivation than it is with reward. All right, so it actually encourages us to act. So if you have a good amount of dopamine, you're going to be motivated to get things done. And the more you accomplish, the more you will want to accomplish. Right? So we're going to come back to this in a minute. For now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more Christian mental health and healing videos. All right, so here are 6 ways to overcome procrastination. Number 1 is figure out why you procrastinate. Here are some common reasons people procrastinate. They don't like the job. They just plain don't feel like doing it. The fear of failure or disapproval, self-doubt, depression and anxiety, which are usually linked to low dopamine levels, perfectionism, wanting to get it absolutely perfect, not knowing how to do it, it's boring, so we don't want to do it, getting distracted, lacking self-discipline, it feels too big and overwhelming and you just don't know where to start. So once you identify why you procrastinate, then you can work on that area and make it easier for yourself. For example, that if you don't know how to do the job, you can ask someone to teach you or show you. You can read a book or you can Google it. If getting distracted is your problem, then you can set a timer to help yourself stick to the job until it's done. All right, you get the picture? Okay. Number 2, capitalize on the dopamine surge. So remember the dopamine thingy? It's your motivating hormone. But what if you don't have any dopamine to start with? Well, that would be a problem, right? So don't wait for the dopamine to hit before you get started. The satisfaction of achieving even the smallest thing will trigger that dopamine release and help you to get moving. All right, so when you get out of bed in the morning, make your bed. You've already achieved something. Dopamine kicks in. Tidy one drawer. Stretch for 5 minutes. Do something small that's going to set you on the path to continue being motivated throughout your day and getting stuff done. All right, number 3, eat that frog. So Brian Tracy in his book, Eat That Frog, talks about eating the frog, and I'm going to explain what that is. Mark Twain said, if it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. The frog is that one thing that you have to get done yet you don't feel like doing. You procrastinate, you get distracted, you avoid doing it, and then you add it to tomorrow's to-do list or next week's to-do list or some day's to-do list. The problem with that is that the one thing weighs on your mind heavily, and it gets heavier as the days go by. It prevents you from accomplishing much of anything because this thing is in the back of your mind all the time and it's hindering your ability to think clearly. It's like your brain is cluttered because there's a thing that you haven't done. So eat the frog means just do it. Don't think about how you feel about doing it. Just go and do it. Don't consult your feelings. Just do it. All right. Now that's going to take self-discipline, and stay tuned for a video on that soon. But once it's done, you're going to have that sense of accomplishment and the motivation to do the next thing. And it's going to give you momentum for the rest of your day. I want to just remind you also that willpower decreases as the day goes by. So the earlier you do that frog thing, the earlier you eat your frog, the better it's going to be for you. Because as your day goes on, your willpower is going to diminish and you're going to be like, I really don't feel like doing this and I'm not going to do it. Moving on to number 4. Have a written list and tick things off as you do them. Dopamine increases when you are organized and you've finished tasks, regardless of if the task is small or large. Doesn't matter. Your dopamine is still going to kick in. Don't allow your brain to worry about things that need to be done, even if you can remember them and you're not going, I mustn't forget to, I mustn't forget to. It's been shown that it's more satisfying to the brain's dopamine levels when you physically check something off your list, no matter how small. You want to, on your to-do list, make each item an actionable item. Instead of just saying emails, windows, or drawers, write emails, wash windows. These are verbs, action words. Sort drawers or tidy drawers. You're creating an action for yourself. And then assign a time to each item on your list. This is when I'm going to do it in the day. Write it in your planner, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, and then do it at the assigned time. Okay, this is going to take some self-discipline. So like I said, watch out for that video because it's going to be coming soon. But once you get going, your dopamine is going to kick in and help you to keep moving. So our challenge is to get that first little input of dopamine early in the day so that we can keep that momentum going. Number 5 is break big jobs into smaller tasks so they're more doable. A couple of years back, I wanted to paint some garden pots, but I just never got to it until I realized that I could break the task down into smaller bits because I felt like it was too big. I didn't know where to start, and so because I didn't know where to start, I didn't start, and I put it off for days and days and weeks even. Instead of putting paint pots on my to-do list, I broke it down into smaller pieces, as in clean pots, because I had to scrub them first. Then the next action step was I needed to sand the pots and then paint the first coat and then paint the second coat. You're getting the idea. Suddenly the job didn't feel as intimidating and overwhelming, and getting started was way less of a mental hurdle. This is often the reason why we procrastinate, is because in our minds this task feels just too big and we don't know where to start with it, so we just don't start and we put it off. When you help yourself by breaking it into bite-sized pieces, like I always said to my kids, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Or how do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. Break it down into small steps so that you can do this big task. And as you do the little tasks, you'll suddenly find, oh, the big task got done. It's the same with setting goals, and maybe I'll do a video on that sometime. All right, last point is number 6, exercise. It boosts your dopamine, and if you do it early in the day, you're giving yourself a good start to the day. You feel like you've accomplished something, and the injection of dopamine is going to motivate you to attack your to-do list. I just want to say to you, hey, friend, you can overcome procrastination. It is going to take some work. You're going to have to be intentional about it. You're going to have to learn to be self-disciplined. But at the same time, use these motivational hacks and use the dopamine to help you gain momentum in your life. Yes, it's going to require self-discipline to get that initial boost of dopamine. But so what? Get up and make your bed. Stretch for 5 minutes. Go for a quick walk outside, or just do something that you can tick off a list and say, done. Your dopamine is going to kick in and help you. Don't forget to subscribe for more Christian mental health and healing videos. Until next time.